I gotta admit, I lost it. I was pissed off. Hi guys. I just wanted to tell you about a crazy situation that happened this week that I might have pulled my epilepsy card to help turn a situation around that could have been stressful for me, and see what you guys thought about that. So here it is. All right, and I just wanted to add a quick note before we get into this. On my last video, I think I counted, I got about 25 comments on it, and only just a few on my actual YouTube channel. The rest were all in my Facebook groups, which is amazing. I got a lot of interaction, a lot of great discussions on it, but none that YouTube saw. It's not getting the video or my channel recommended throughout the algorithm, all this other kind of stuff. So if y'all could please help me out, and actually if you have a comment or something you want to say, put it on the video down below on the actual YouTube channel. Okay, message done. Thank you guys so much. All right, on with this video. So a couple of months ago, my really good friend and next door neighbor, we decided that we were gonna have our boys, who are the same age and good friends, join the local soccer league together. And it worked out perfect because, you know, driving, especially in the evening for me, doesn't really work out. So we would just carpool together to the practices and games, and you could do a buddy request. As long as you both submitted at the same time, it's pretty much not an issue for them to be on the same team. And we submitted that 2 months ahead of time. We did it the same day pretty much. And then we specifically said in the notes you could put that I have epilepsy, I can't drive, and that we absolutely needed our kids to be on the same team, right? And since this is the smallest town and my husband grew up here, he pretty much knows the woman that is kind of in charge of all the scheduling, that runs the whole program. So he actually sent her a separate email kind of reinforcing how much we needed our kids to be on the same team. And she's like, that's okay, we're usually pretty easy to accommodate, all that kind of stuff. So we're like, all right, cool, doesn't matter. They're gonna handle it. And you know, this isn't, you know, a cheap league. We each had to pay $325 for them to join, which, you know, to some people isn't that much, but for us, you know, nice chunk of change. So again, that was like 2 months ago, right? And they said, so by September 18th, all your schedules and everything will be sent out, be ready to go, practices, because our first game, like actual game where the kids are gonna play, is September 25th, which is this weekend, this Saturday. And so by last week, we hadn't heard anything, not who our coach is, what our team is, all that kind of stuff. We were getting kind of worried. We were like, has anybody heard anything? What's gonna happen? And you know, come to find out with COVID, all this kind of stuff, they were having a hard time finding coaches to coach the teams, because a lot of the coaches are parent volunteers. And it's kind of low, and you know, people were like, I don't do that. So, you know, at the last minute, we found out that one of the parents volunteered to be a coach, and we were going to get her. But she still had to go through the training because, you know, they do take care to make sure it's a national organization. They make sure that the coaches are all trained. So like as soon as she's trained up, then she'll put out a practice schedule. So we were just waiting for that. And then apparently during the training, she realized, oh, I don't want to do this. I think that's what happened. And so then there was a scramble to split up the boys into other teams. And so the first practice we were supposed to have was this Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. The first practice was supposed to be Tuesday. On Sunday, this past Sunday, we got an email, oh, hey, your son is now on this team, which was a different team from my neighbor / kid. And I gotta admit, I lost it. I was pissed off. First I was pissed off, then I was frustrated, then I got so frustrated, I started bawling. I was crying. I was so upset. My husband was like, it's okay, calm down. And I was like, it is not okay. There are two reasons why it's not okay. And it really wasn't to do with my son being with his best friend. First was, since I was 20, I've worked full-time my whole life, my whole adult life. I've worked full-time. I've been around adults my whole life. And so now getting used to, being a housewife alone, my husband gets to go to work, be around adults all the time. My other friends can drive, be around adults. I'm just here by myself all day, so being able to go out with my friend and carpool with her, at least, I'd have those few hours a week being around another adult. I was looking forward to that, and we're good friends, so, that, it may sound silly to some people, but it was important to me. And so that one little thing was, oh man, if it had just been that, it would have really sucked, but I could have powered through. But the other thing was, this is my new role as housewife. I'm trying really hard to pick up the slacks. Now my husband's the only earner, whatever, in the house. I used to, work 50 hours a week, felt like pulling my weight. Again, this is just me, my journey, how I feel. I know plenty other housewives who feel, their own way about it. This is just how I feel. And so I've been trying so hard to, do all the laundry, do as much cleaning as I can. I'm still not on par with the cooking or whatever. But I was trying to take as much pressure off him as I could. And I was like, oh, I can, sign him up for soccer and he doesn't have to worry about driving him to practice or games, all that. If I'm partnered with my next door neighbor, we can just carpool together, handle that. And so Danny's like, it's fine, don't worry. I'll just drive him to practice, 2 days a week and to the games. I'm like, no, the whole point was you weren't gonna have to worry about that. And now with all your teaching, you're gonna have to, schedule around that and make your classes. I was so frustrated because we had told them how important it was. And the week of the first game, the week of the first practices, they're like, oh, by the way, you can't split up. And so my husband was like, it's fine, don't worry, we'll do it. And I was like, it is not fine. I was like, you need to email her and tell her this cannot happen. We specifically said, he's like, no, I'm not gonna email her and it's just done. I am a very non-confrontational person in general. I don't like to. I usually just take things as they come, whatever, it's fine. So I'm non-confrontational until I'm not. And I had reached that point, tears falling down. I was, nope, okay, you won't, I'll email her. He's like, you don't even have her email address. I'm like, it's listed on the website. I'm gonna email her. And he's like, okay. No. I'll email her. Because again, small town, he kind of knows her. Like, he doesn't know her, but he's acquainted with her. So he emailed her, just kind of reiterating, hey, we had requested with the buddy request, because my wife has epilepsy, she can't drive, just, checking. And so the next day was Monday, which was the first practice that we had scheduled with our new team. And so she emailed him back that Monday, I think it was that Monday, and said, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to check the buddy request list before I rearranged the teams. So she's like, if you could go ahead and go to this practice, I'll look into it. So, okay. And then by that point, I had resigned myself to, you know what, there's no way they're going to change it. It's too late. It's already, they've already had to reassign all these kids. We're screwed, whatever. So we went to the practice on Monday. And then Tuesday morning, Danny said, oh, and now the uniforms are being delayed. They won't be here by game day because of COVID. So you need to go buy him a blue uniform or a blue shirt. So it looks like it. 3 to 4 hours later, I got another text on Tuesday, yesterday. Go get him an orange shirt. They actually switched Grayson to the other team. So now he is on the same team as our neighbor. Y'all get to carpool now. So it worked. Him emailing that. So I guess, moral of the story is, I pulled my epilepsy card and I got what I wanted. And I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel guilty about it. some good has to come out of this, right? Damn it. Some good has to come out of this. It sucks that I can't drive for these things. You know, I guess eventually I could, but gosh darn it, this is important to me. And I thought, you know, all we did was send an email. We just sent an email. They could have said no, and that would have been the end of it. Okay, fine. At least we tried. But, yeah, I don't use it often, but I used my epilepsy card on this one and got what I needed / wanted. So overall, a success. It took a bit to get there. It took a bit of breakdown, crying, but woo! It's been a mess. So our first game is still this Saturday. That has been my crazy week, but hey, at least this massive stress and breakdown did not trigger a seizure, so I think the meds are still working. So yay, I'll take that win. All right, guys, so that's been it for this week. Please make sure to like, comment down below, please, under this video on YouTube. And I hope to see you guys next week. Thanks. Bye.